Damn it. Customer states gasket leaking on turbo flange of this exhaust manifold. I believe this is off of a Caterpillar. I'm not sure the exact model. Customer also states when they went to replace the gasket here on the flange, they found 2 sloppy loose bolt holes, or stud holes rather. It appears that during a prior repair, 2 of these have had helicoils installed. And you know that in our shop we do approve of helicoils. We do actually install quite a few of them, but they have to be installed properly. We're kind of suspecting that when they drilled the holes to install these helicoils, maybe they did not clean up all the way. From the looks of that, I'm kind of guessing we may find some of the stud remaining down in the bottom of these 2 holes. So, long story short, this is a longtime customer of my dad's. They asked us to get these 2 studs removed because they're not moving, and then go ahead and get this surface resurfaced and do whatever we have to do here on these 2 bolt holes to get those cleaned up and fix the integrity of the threads in those 2 bolts. So that's what we're going to do. So for our fixture here, I have this little plate on kind of a tilt fixture. We're going to be using our Peterson TCM 25 valve seat machine, basically one of the most universal drill presses in the world, if you will. I've got it all mounted up here. That's going to allow me to tilt everything back and forth and get leveled when we do actually go to repairing these threads. But to start with, we need to get these 2 studs out, and we need to do our best not to break them because that'll make a lot more work for ourselves. So we're going to try to take our time, get these 2 out without breaking them and without damaging the threads in those 2 bolt holes. So I think my game plan here, I'm going to squirt a little bit of penetrating oil down in around these threads, see if that'll kind of work its way in. After doing that, I'm going to start heating up this area around the bolt hole. Once it's good and hot, I'm going to go in with the air hammer and just kind of a blunt chisel and just kind of tap this area and peen it a little bit. Usually that does a really good job of breaking loose some of that rust and corrosion that's keeping this bolt in place. And we'll see if kind of a combination of all those things, if we can't get them to come loose without breaking, because the last thing we want to do on this is break these 2 studs and make twice as much work for ourselves because we already have to do thread repairs on these 2. We don't know what we're going to get into here, but hopefully we don't have to do any thread repairs here if we can get those out. But that being said, if they have helicoils already, who knows? Apparently it's impossible to spray that slowly. It's bubbling, which is kind of odd, but maybe that means it's kind of working down in there. Just for fun, I honestly have no idea how hard they tried to get these out. Let's see if they spin. Seems pretty tight. Well, now we know. Got a little fire. Yeah, now we got a candle going. have movement. Yeah, I'm pretty hot right now. It's moving back and forth. Gotta get some kind of lubrication down in there. There, now we can make a nice mess out of it. Oh, there we go. Now she's loose. Whew. Huh, they're not a helicoil. One down. Just worked with it slow. Just got it nice and hot. Did some peening. I know I kind of roast the guys who use candle wax sometimes, but the other oils were kind of evaporating off before it would start moving. So in this case, it actually worked better. Now we have a strategy for round 2, I would say. I'm gonna get some wax pre-cut though. Yeah, it's hot enough. It'll wick down in right now. Nice. Hot wax. Damn it. Well, that one got harder. Well, there's the one I broke. I just got in too much of a hurry on that one. I was like, oh, it'll move if I, really yank on it, and that was dumb. That was dumb. I should have just taken it a little slower, because now we have more work to do. These two do not have helicoils. The two, obviously these two do, but it kind of confirms our suspicion that there's probably still bolt down in the bottom of these two, which is a pain in the butt.
I think there's more than bolt. I think there's broken drill bit, and I think there's broken easy out. Look down in there, and you can see something smaller protruding in the bottom of that hole, both holes.
Now I also have foobarred it. How do I make this one not look like those ones?
Oh man, I don't know what to tell you, dude. But you know what? You've got this upper portion to guide a drill bit down in there. So why don't you go in with a drill bit just exactly this size? That'll act as a pilot. And at the very least, you can start drilling and get yourself a center to work from. So you'll be absolutely dead center. I would probably go easy with the 3/16 to start with. You certainly could drill it, certainly make it better than what this guy did.
Yeah, well that's what I'm thinking. Time certs in 3 of these.
Yeah.
Okay, well I need to get this leveled up. Pretty good. Alright, pretty happy with that. I have the drill that is exactly the right size to go down in there. So maybe we can use that to kind of get our center point here. So I'm just kind of floating the air on the table, letting it find its center there. Hopefully a nice center mark there to go in with a smaller drill bit now. At this point, I don't want to move anything. that's the bottom. I guess we go a little bigger. What a bird's nest. Madness. Okay, so at this point that I've drilled with a 5/16, that's the size that you drill with for a 3/8/16 tap. And it's kind of working. I'm just going in with a tap and kind of peeling out what's left of the threads here. And it does seem to be working. Kinda. This is feeling kind of sketchy. I think I'm going to peel those helicoils out and see what kind of mess we have on those other two.
What was that?
Part of the helicoil. There we go. Yeah, I bet they didn't even drill it to the right size. They just used the helicoil tap here. You can see that the threads are super flat. The hole is too big, and there's definitely, yeah, there's a bolt down in there. Had the last person not screwed these two up, we would have had more options going forward here. But, you know, they probably tried to put helicoils in right there on the truck just to get it going. And that's why they didn't bother to get all of the broken bolt out of the bottom there. Possibly broken drill bit. I think I almost saved the threads on this one here, and it could potentially have a helicoil put in down low like it's supposed to be. You see from the factory, these have this counterbore before the threads start. Obviously, they negated that on these two when they put the helicoil in. If they had gone ahead and gotten it drilled down deeper and put the helicoil down low, it would have fit like it was supposed to, and you wouldn't have had those wobbly bolts more than likely. At this point, pretty much my main option is to go with a bigger diameter solid style insert. I think we'll go in, and on all four of them, if we can manage to get these big certs installed, I think it'll at least get them to the point they might have to use a little bit different stud. So it won't be perfect. It won't be like it was from the factory, but they can always go buy a new manifold too if they want. We're just going to get this going and get it taken care of so we can move on with our day. So I'm going to go ahead and start here with that drill bit that fits the counterbore, because what they did, they didn't even drill these any bigger. They just tapped them as they were and put the helicoils in, which no wonder it didn't work, but people do silly things. Use that to center up. So the big cert, they are about 520 thousandths thick. We really need to be about 1/4 of an inch past that since it is a blind hole. So we're going to go probably about, we'll just call it 800 thousandths here. And I'm going to zero the digital readout up here.
Yeah, it's ruined your bit.
I mean, I think we're definitely still old bolt there,
Yeah,
you know.
it is.
long has it been not recording? Okay, so we think we got the drill bit or whatever it was out. That's an inch. Next two should theoretically be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
It's not quite the right solution, but it'll work.
It is a solution.
It's way better than what the last
Yeah.
guy did, and that apparently worked for at least a while, so let's surface it and be done. By this time of the night, it seems I was tired and defeated and forgot to turn the microphone back on to boot. But we leveled up the manifold on the surfacer and resurfaced the turbo mounting surface. After the first cut, it was pretty much cleaned up, but I did go ahead and take just enough off to make our time certs all flush and give it a nice surface finish. The moral of the story in this video is please don't break drill bits off and leave them for the next guy, because it makes him super sad. It's me, I'm the next guy.